welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mr. Persistence YouTube channel. This is Jacob Vandersteen, and today we're going to talk about a crucial mindset called working like you're going to lose it. The fact of the matter is that you will. Whatever you have in your life, whatever you've gained, whether that be a relationship, money, health, status, fame, all of those things are temporary. And the expiration date is determined by the level of effort and focus you put into keeping that thing. So what is this mindset and why is it so important? For those of you who have gone out and achieved anything in life, the first question you have to ask yourself is, what did you do to get it? And if you are currently experiencing a difference in between how you felt and how great something was when you got it and how you are feeling now, the fact of the matter is that there is a difference in between what you're doing now and what you did to get it. So how to correct that is knowing that if you do not work like you're going to lose it, you will lose it. And if that doesn't develop in you a bit of a fear response, then you know you really don't care about that thing. Objectively, in your mind, if you have made the decision to get something, then the logical course of action is to do absolutely whatever it takes to get it, right? That is always going to be the same. And in fact, you should keep that same mindset when it comes to keeping it. Whatever you did to get it, you should not only do that, but should do much more. Over time, when we have something, we grow contempt and think that maybe it's not as valuable as we once thought it was. But that's the surefire way to lose something. This is where we must have the awareness to identify the external validation versus the internal truth. It's the awareness to identify exactly where you're at in a particular category or goal, progress point. So if you can look externally and you still have something, you can feel this sense of satisfaction. In fact, if you continuously look for external validation, you'll always find things that will make you feel good. But when you reflect and you look at your own internal truth, the question is, do you know that you will maintain that thing? Because if not, that is where you need to pay attention. It's normal to feel doubt when you're doing something. In fact, that is the first test of whether you want something bad enough. Difficulty builds power. When you confront doubt, when you confront obstacles, when you confront circumstances which seem ugly and you beat them, that is what builds power within you. Where we often fail is that we think that we can avoid things and that life won't bring that back to us if we truly want to grow. We want to feel safe and comfortable and avoid putting ourselves out there or taking that risk. That will never go away unless you decide that whatever you want, you are going to do anything and everything that it takes to get it, and that you're going to attack any resistance and obstacles that are in your way. You may not know it now, but when I started in my entrepreneurial career, I had challenges that particularly had to do around what I was focusing on and what I was doing. I had misconceptions. We all do when we get started in something. I didn't do the sales or make the videos or step up and lead and take initiative like I do now. Why? Because when I reflected internally, I felt fear or denied that these things were important, or even worse, that they're what I am very best at. The second fallacy and logical failure I made was believing I needed to be great at everything. What I've learned is that, one, whatever you're avoiding will not go away unless you confront it. You can avoid it temporarily, but it will find you, and that challenge must be overcome if you want to be great. The second thing that I learned is that having the right people around you who can augment you where you need it is what life and business and growth is all about. That's how you come to grow, is that you have a deeper level of awareness of what you're really great at and owning that responsibility to the point where other people who are exceptional as well will own their responsibility, which will deliver the work product, sell the product, and get your business to be successful. So what I've come to learn is that wherever you feel these following emotions, these are things that you need to dig deeper upon to be able to interpret whether it must be or it must not be, whether it's something that is important or that it's something that truly can be ignored. And these are the things that when you look internally, you may feel when it comes to things that are important. That's confusion, fear, neglect, knowledge without action. Anywhere where you have great capacity, but you're not taking action. Where you have blocked feelings, you feel like you're preventing yourself or protecting yourself from something, or genuinely lying to yourself that you can't or it's not you, when in fact, you know that's where you shine. So how do you develop the awareness to do this? It's a practice. You must develop the awareness through a few different ways, and we can break them down into two simple parts. There is the external of understanding and experiencing situations. You must go experience that thing to build a model. But then once you get out in the world, internal reflection is what will provide that insight. You'll be able to say, this was the data point, this was the result, and I froze, and I didn't deliver, and I didn't do that thing. And then once you go back internally, you can say, was I afraid? Was I confused? Did I not know how to do it? And that's how you can orient and guide your path. Now, as you can see, if you don't have the work like you're going to lose it mindset, you might just give up. You might just have not made that firm enough decision that whatever you need to have, you need to have it. Or you just have low standards for yourself that you can raise. Any and all of these things can be corrected. So if you're hearing all this right now, guess what? If you have doubt, if you are worried, if you have any of those emotions which are feeling like they're blocking you, confidence comes by doing. Confidence in overcoming these things and showing yourself, showing your mind, showing your subconscious, all these different elements, showing yourself that you can do something is the fastest way to break that barrier of belief. Because once you've done it, then you can't say you can't do it. And that will move you forward. So in your path, know that as long as your successes are greater than your failures, you're moving forward in life. And if you use that as a rubric, as a guidepost and a framework for who you wish to become, you will be able to feel better about yourself along the way. So the final question is this: have you identified what you want and made a very firm decision to have it? Most failures never even get to that point. But once you've decided that you will have something, are you willing to change your strategy and reflect internally and get more information and stimulus and ask a mentor and take the actions which will guide you towards getting that thing, and be willing to change in the ways that will get you to be that person who can have that thing? Are you willing to work like you're going to lose it and realize that it is simply a decision? Whether that be your marriage, whether that be a business, you must know that if you keep bringing that energy, that you will have success in this area. You will have success in that area. It is when we get confused by the externalities of life and start to rationalize with ourselves why something is going one way or the other, when in reality, we have so much control of how our life turns out and the way things go by working like we are going to lose it. So if you want to keep something in your life and you want to keep growing, make sure to subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to keep bringing this heat to you all so you can continuously feed yourselves, feed your minds with the right information, which will help you to achieve greatness. So I will see you in the next video.